am Dr. Shelly Poage. I am the principal at John Tyson Elementary School of Innovation in Springdale, Arkansas. One of the things that I'm very passionate about is developing student agency and helping students own their own learning, being powered as learners, but not just our students, but our teachers. Some of the things that we are doing to support and develop student agency are passion projects. Passion projects are opportunities twice a year, each semester, for students to engage in research and presentations to develop their oral presentation literacy skills, but also their writing, their creating, and they are deciding what they're going to study. In kindergarten and first grade, it may be choice activities between a list, but in second through fifth, it's more kind of open-ended. We have some awesome projects. A student recently just developed a math game to help support a sibling in first grade. And so they worked with the teacher to develop that. Others were really interested in natural disasters, and so they researched those and things that can happen and ways to help. Students got to really own their learning and have voice and choice in how they're presenting that. Another thing is Tiger Talk. We have a student-led podcast. This is our 7th season of that, and students own the learning there as well. They decide what the season's going to be focused on. They decide who they're going to interview, what the interview questions are going to be. They decide the intro jingles and all of the things, and then they put it together and publish the podcast with our East Facilitators Assistants. And so we're so proud of them because last year, the podcasting team won 3 ArcAst Awards in Arkansas, and we were the only students there. All the rest were adults. And this year, we are up for 4 awards. So we're so proud of them and the work that they are doing. Recently, there is a Peekaboo magazine that is released in our area, and we were featured as one of the top 10 podcasts that this magazine recommends for families to listen to. And keep in mind, these are 4th and 5th graders that are leading this work. We have a story walk. We're the only school that has a permanent story walk around our track. And what that is, it came from some students' idea that they wanted to incorporate exercise and reading, because that was 2 areas we wanted to work on. They came up with a story. It has comprehension questions. They walk, they read it. They read the questions, and then they walk to the next segment of the story walk, and they read that. And so while they're walking, they're discussing the story and the questions and kind of coming up with answers of what they think. And so it's a great activity for students, but also for their families to come up here and walk the track after school or on the weekends. So I have gotten to go to several learning journeys throughout our country and our nation. And I've been to New Zealand. I have been to Milwaukee, Wisconsin, to the Institute of Personalized Learning, and to Michigan and California, Kentucky. And I got to take away some things. And one of the things I saw was students recording their own data and knowing exactly where they were in the learning process, and sharing that information with their parents, their teachers, and they knew in the learner progression where they were and what their next steps were. And I knew I wanted that for our students too. And so we started Tiger Tracker notebooks years ago. They used to be called data notebooks, but our students said, no, we're the Tigers. They should be called Tiger Trackers. So of course we changed it. Students designed the cover of it. Every student, kindergarten through 5th grade here, has a Tiger Tracker notebook. And it sets goals not only in academics, but also for learner agency, things like our learner qualities, our executive functioning skills, our character traits, or glows and grows. And so they use these notebooks to mark where they are in their proficiency, but also their next steps. They develop SMART goals from the data that they have. And then they share these during student-led conferences so that they lead the discussions with the parent and the teacher to tell them where they are and where they want to go next. One of the things that we do to set the conditions for empowering not only our students, but our teachers is to, number one, realize where everyone is in the learning and personalize learning to each teacher, but also students. And so we want to set goals as a building, but we also set grade level or individual goals. We use rubrics through Agency by Design to kind of look at where we are in the process as a group, and then help us make individual or grade level goals or school-wide goals to help us achieve learner agency throughout the culture of our building.